Hello everyone, Clint here. Hope everybody is doing great today. Today I'm coming at you with a case review for the new Galaxy Z Fold 7. This is going to be a case coming at you from Poetic. Poetic makes some really good cases. I've reviewed these many times before, and this particular one is going to be the Poetic Spartan for the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7. This will be in the metallic gun color here, and in the box, I just taken everything in the box. You get the case, and you get a little bit of instruction there to show you how to change out the strip, and then you also do get a new strip on here. So one nice thing about the Galaxy Z Fold 7 is its slimness, if you will, and that allows you to put a case on it without it making it gigantic for sure. So these cases here, the Spartan cases, are one of their most protective cases in the Poetic line, and they obviously look super cool. Also, this is going to be full coverage, front, back, side, and your hinge there too. So first thing we're going to do is take a look at the inside here, and you can see this is certified mil standard 810G drop tested Spartan on there. I dig how they do that. They do a lot of work on there. And then also on the inside you have this nice like foam kind of feeling stuff that gives you some shock protection on that phone too. And then you do have a very springy hinge protection there. So let's go ahead and get the phone dropped in there. We're gonna go ahead and just kind of wipe it off a little bit, and then let's just go ahead and drop it right in there. It's pretty easy to install. This particular one snaps in there really nice, so it doesn't have any kind of adhesive on it. And so now look at that, it's over here touching my phone. Come on now. There we go. Now, let's go ahead and get that part cleaned up there just a little bit. So if you were to rock just the back side of this, because I know a lot of us Fold users will just carry a back screen or a back case on there, this is what it's going to look like. You are going to have a little bit of a lip there on the hinge protection. I don't know if you're going to get this depth on a case. I'm assuming you're going to put the front on there also. So we're going to get the phone nice and cleaned up before we put this on here, because it does have a full built-in screen protector. Now, Poetic usually on a lot of their cases comes with a front without the screen protector, and then a front with the screen protector. No such luck on the Z Fold 7 though, which is kind of a bummer because I do not use screen protector cases. But we're going to peel this guy off right there like so, which is also going to show some adhesive there on the corner. That's just kind of what you got to have, unfortunately, for one of these folding faucets. This thing is so tiny and thin that it is going to have something to help it stick on that particular one right there. And then all we're going to do is just kind of lock it in the corners and then pop it in there, kind of get that out of the way so we can make sure it lines up good. And there we go. So that is nice and even all the way across. And then we will peel this film off, and voila, you get a nice looking, boom, very reflective. Holy buckets, that is super reflective. And that's one of the reasons why I don't usually use one of these here. But man, if you need it, this is the way to go, because this, I can tell you now, this is now turned into a very protected phone. Very good. So let's do a round robin on this really quick. Here on the side here, we got the cutouts for the buttons perfectly right there. These are always nice. It's one of my favorite things about having a case, is it does help you find that button. And the Z Fold 7 is actually really bad at trying to locate that button when it's naked, to try to hit that, and having that little finger groove there is really nice. It's really a crappy button. That's the only thing I don't like about this phone, is that button. It's not good to click. It's not good to find. I don't like it. Anyways, and then you have push throughs for your volume up and down. That's nice too, so you can easily feel your volume buttons. And we have some really good grippage here cut into the side of this frame, or yeah, the frame of this particular case. Very nice. Here, let's go ahead and look at the bottom. Nice big cutout for your USB port, and then microphone home, microphone, and speaker cutouts right there. Cool little design going on right there. Lots of design elements on the Poetics that I dig a lot. Here on the hinge protection, like I said, nice and springy. You can actually see some springs in there, and that baby will come right out. There is no fear of that accidentally popping open and staying open. And it does have a lot of grippage right into there too, built right in with a little bit of a design. The top here, it looks like we're going to have mic and then speaker hole cut out. Very nice. And again, that little kind of design there. So let's go ahead and look at the front. The front, you do have some nice resivity, and it does kind of go up towards the hinge there. That's interesting. So a little more bump out towards the hinge, and then you got the hinge bump out right there. And then here on the bottom, the same thing. I wonder what they did that for. That's pretty cool. Anyway, plenty of action there. No wobble when it's laying flat, and you don't have to worry about anything going badly there, which is good, very good. And then a little resivity cutouts for your speaker up there. And then they probably did it to where you can swipe a little bit easier, and you can swipe up there pretty easily. Not a problem there. Same thing here, but this is a little sticky here on the screen protector is a little sticky. Nothing too major, definitely doable. This is going to be pretty hard. If you use your side tray from that side, you're going to want to put it over here, but you can get your back buttons okay just there. I do have one-hand operation action right there to bring out my side tray because of these particular cases. Sometimes I just can't get it, and so we'll just do it that way, no problem there. Voila, looks good, but man, that is super reflective. Super reflective. I do have the Samsung anti-reflecting screen protector on this, so I'm used to the no reflections. So let's get here on this side right here, and man, that is what I love about Poetic cases. I don't know why, I love the way these look. They're obviously very similar in look from year to year, phone to phone, but you see here we got a lot of design elements here on all of this action right here, and then you can see you got a little bit of little bumpy things right there. Now this still wobbles, man. I'm telling you, there's unless you want like a super thick case, you're still gonna get a little bit of wobble on your Z Fold 7. That's just the way that baby is made. Not much you can do about it there. But nice little hinges here on the hinge protection, and again, cool little design elements. Makes the way they curve it in here makes it really comfortable in your hand. Adds a little bit of weight, but nothing too major. Here is the camera bump. It's just raised just a little bit above the camera bump, so you're not sitting on your cameras when you're doing it like that, which is great. And then of course here in the middle, you do have a cool, like octagon-y looking, cool shaped little action right there, and that's going to provide you with some MagSafe action, so you can charge through this case wireless. Look at that, look at that, wirelessly right there, and it does hold very snugly. Very good there, so you're not going to have any problem with any of your mounts or any of that good stuff. You got to throw a finger mount on there. Voila, there you go. Yeah, you're not going to have any problems there. Very good. And then, man, whew, yeah, definitely stuck. And the coup de grace of this, of course, this is a kickstand, so you can have your phone rocking like that if you want to. And if you have it open, it will also work even with the hinge open, so you can have that baby on there just like that. Very good. Man, pretty cool. I definitely like the built-in kickstand because I do use my Volts just like that all the time. And then that pops right back in there. And then it's even, as you can see, and it's not going to get in your way. I don't even think that would fly out. It's very firm hinge. I don't think it would fly out at all if you drop your phone. Let's go ahead and pop it open now, and I can really hear that opening on the side as this kind of opens. Ah, that's why that is. See, brilliant. I knew we'd figure it out. That's why that's got a higher spot, because it pushes that hinge open and makes sure it doesn't slide across the screen. Very good, Poetic. Smarter than I am. Let's go ahead and take a look at the front here. As you can see, nice and perfectly even all the way across, as it should be, so it folds perfectly flat. Obviously, you shouldn't be just hanging out with your fold like that, and it just looks cool. So take a look at that, guys. That is really cool. I really dig the way that looks. Even open, it looks really good. And then, of course, you know, close looks pretty cool too. So yeah, very cool case and very protective. I would not hesitate dropping this guy and know that there's going to be some protection all the way around there. The only flaw I would see is that super reflective screen protector. I would be taking that out, which you can take out. You can cut those out of there. I have done it many times before, but if you're needing a case like this, working, whatever you got going on, man, this is, man, I really like that. Be able to find that button really easy. I think this is a really good case for the price. Excellent job. Really good job there, Poetic. So, yeah, Poetic, Spartan. See you on the next one.